And I just think this dollar weakness cannot go on. You know, US interest rates are going up. They're probably going to go up faster than people think. Sooner or later, that's going to turn around the dollar, in my view.
Aren't there $20 trillion worth of good reasons why people are beginning to question the credibility of the greenback at this point and whether it does deserve to be a strong currency? What, Trump's going to throw another $1.5 trillion of tax cuts on top of that. So fiscally, the US, both at a standing stock of debt level and at a deficit, an annual government deficit level, is starting to look a bit challenged, isn't it?
But I think standard macroeconomics says, look, fiscal expansion leads to tighter monetary policy, and that tends to push the currency up. I mean, that's the textbook. I mean, the textbook can go totally wrong, but that's what it says. And it just seems to me at the moment there's so much bearishness about the dollar out there. Everybody has cranked their forecasts for the dollar to weaker and weaker levels. And we're virtually at those levels now. We're through 1.25 against the euro. I think it's getting to extreme levels. I think the interest rates will save it.
Do you think there's a little bit of momentum though in this trade? Because I was just charting sterling to dollar, euro to dollar, and the curve looks almost identical just for the past few days. It's like sort of this swing higher that you're seeing at the end of the chart. Does that sort of signal anything when they're both moving exactly the same way?
Karen, I think it's like all of these markets. You get this incredible momentum. Very probably it does take us a little bit higher on the euro and other currencies. And then it'll just, something will switch and it'll crash right back down again. You know, there are all these big short dollar positions building up, getting bigger and bigger. Suddenly they'll get reversed.
Just quickly, doesn't it depend on who is the most important person in the room? And I've had a debate about who exactly that is, whether it is the Fed or whether it is the ECB and the governors from both of those banks. And I've had mixed views. Some believe the ECB is firmly in charge of this market. And if you believe that is the case, then could there be more on the way on euro strength, which could spell dollar weakness?
No, I think it's a great question, and I think actually I think it's right looking backwards that Draghi has been kind of egging the Fed on. I think Draghi felt they weren't going far enough, but I think we're now reaching a tipping point where Draghi cannot credibly, as it were, get more hawkish with the euro this strong. And meanwhile in the US, the Fed has to change now that the inflation is taking off.